So let's talk about this, Wally. Let's talk about this a second. If something doesn't jive with how you feel, you can't just like, all right, respect it and move on.
These are
wait.
These are isolated incidents.
No, I'm just asking in general. It seems like you're like, all right, if it's not how I think it should go,
I don't feel that way at all.
It really?
No, I'm like these examples that I'm bringing up. We're talking about you, and these few incidents like since we've been doing this that we've had music wise. I'm talking specifically about you. Those opinions are trash. Those are not all your opinions on music, but. I don't know what you said about Bruno, but
yeah, you don't even know what I said about Bruno.
Your mom said it was trash, and you kind of agreed.
I didn't agree. I just said I'm just gonna keep it tucked because, like I said, mom do respect Bruno. I gotta respect Bruno.
Okay, all right.
What did you give us an example of what you said about Bruno?
I don't remember. I just remember being.
Well, how do you feel about Bruno now?
I was wrong about Bruno. Fine, I said it.
Welcome, everybody, to the Two Guys and a Girl podcast. I am your host, Mimi. To my right, we've got ourselves the fantabulous national champion, extraordinaire fan, Big J. And we've got the hopefully now very comfortable in his seat, Wally B.
Bladder empty. You good?
Feeling good? Feeling healthy?
Feeling great. Feeling good. How are you?
Blast all my business out there. Yeah, I was taking a leak, and I feel great.
We all have to empty our bladder, and we all have to do mictration. So, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Queen of Winchester, how you been? You been straight.
Damn, it's a queen now?
Yeah, no, we upgrading.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just sitting here. I don't know
Next step is deity. You know what I'm saying?
I know. No, we don't hop into goddess territory. No.
Oh my goddess.
No. No.
Hashtag no Kanye.
No.
Hashtag no Kanye. No, it's Yazos now.
Yazos? He's not Jesus anymore.
Yazos?
Yeah,
like
Yazos.
Bezos?
Yes.
Not even like Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's
he already
Yazos.
done that. He did.
He did
Jesus.
He did Jesus, but not
yeah.
Jesus.
Now he's Yazos.
Now he's
I see what you're
Yazos.
saying,
Yeah, he's Yazos. So, because he's a billionaire now, so he considers himself Yazos.
This dude.
Yes.
I almost suggested that we replace one of these topics with Kanye's antics from the last few weeks, but
here's the thing: if you do that, then the whole show you have to constantly upgrade. You have to constantly because that's what I when I was listening to
something new every week.
When I was listening to other podcasts, they were like, "Yeah, no more Kanye," because it's the truth. If you cover him, that kind of becomes because he's doing a whole rollout.
Yeah.
Because this is when he gets manic because Donda 2's coming out and all the rest of that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And then he has his Netflix documentary. So all of this works in his benefit. Yeah. So no. God.
Well.
Anyway.
Even though some of the music he's coming out with has been fire. That verse on that verse on the song I was playing earlier.
Yeah.
It was like shine bright like a diamond verse. The journey he did for Rihanna. Yeah. It was like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice.
It was nice. No, I give him credit. When he does dumb shit, I'll float him under. But when he does, when he musically,
you can't really.
But
anyway, what do you mean? Like, you ask me how the Queen of Winchester's doing.
No, how you doing? Due to me working on the 15, I rarely see you.
That's right.
During the week.
I know that upsets you greatly.
Well, when I was trying to talk to my boss to try to get that changed, here goes Mimi. He misses me. This is what this all is about.
What he's trying to say is that he doesn't like not being able to see me during the day, and he would like his schedule adjusted so that he can see more of me. We can have more interaction during the day.
I wanted to see actual people.
Depending on the boss, that boss might have just been like,
"Oh, she knows him.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't care."
Her response was like, "Well, yeah, we can adjust. We started with your schedule being what it was because of the COVID booking protocol, but she's like, yeah, if we can adjust your schedule in the future, we can."
Oh, that's what's up.
She knows. No, here's a funny story because I was talking to her so in booking, online is different from in person. So if you call, it'll say Jamal, but online it has my first name.
Oh, okay.
So then I went to her one day. I was like, we need to change this. This is messing up my brand. this with all seriousness.
Did you seriously?
Yes, I went to her and said, it's a muddle brand. My name is Jamal. We need to make sure that it says that online so people don't get confused. They need to know what they're getting. I literally looked at her and said that, and she's like, "Oh, I understand. Listen, there's not much we can do."
I love her. I love her so much.
She did it just like that. And then the jokes came like 3 days later. She was like, "Yo, remember you was talking to me about your brand?" And I was just like,
"Here you go." Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, no, she hasn't let me live that because I was dead serious
That's
when
funny.
I said it, but then later on I was like, I literally went to her and started talking to me about my brand.
She will throw that in your
am
face
I?
in the most loving, sort of motherly way. She will throw that right back at you, like, get out of here with that shit.
And the funny thing about it was she was so calm and patient about it because I'm not the only one that doesn't go by their actual name. There's
true.
other people at the clinic, so there's other people with the exact same problem. But I made it all about me. Cool. Hey, shocker. But
No.
Valentine's Day is coming up tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow.
And I was asking Mimi, I was like, what's the most romantic thing someone's done for you outside of your spouse that you're with now?
And he didn't like my answer.
It's not that I didn't like your answer. I was just trying to figure out because at first she was doing the Mimi, the hemming and hawing, and like.
Well, first I wanted to make sure, I wanted to know who you were talking about because you said outside of you being married. And I'm like, so are you talking about like when my husband and I were dating? And he's like, outside of you being married. Like he just kept repeating himself because I'm like.
Okay, I was trying to, not your spouse, someone other than your spouse.
Okay. That's what you should have gone with because you were like, outside of you being married. I'm like, that could literally still be the guy that I ended up marrying.
If you say something to somebody and then they
you weren't wrong. You just weren't very clear.
I wasn't clear. Here's me admitting.
That's okay.
Sorry.
And I accept your apology.
Okay. I don't always articulate myself.
I know you don't. I know.
Thank you. You don't have to be so energetic about it.
How about this? When you say something and then somebody responds to you with something like, the fuck? Or what do you mean? Say it.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You know what? Here's the funny thing, Wally. What you just said is actually true. It's just in the moment, I don't have another way.
It's hard to I
don't have another way.
Like to reword your brain to figure out what you're trying to say.
Add that step in the middle, right?
And me, you know this about me. I'm a lot better on the second go around.
Yes, you are. Your delivery, your thought process, like you've had a chance to kind of like actually figure out like what you're trying to say or what you're trying to ask, rather than the first time where you're just like, subject. No context, just subject.
Yeah, it's like TMZ and shit. Like,
yeah, but
what do you feel about it?
No, because here's the thing. Here's the funny thing, and here's like everybody wanted to know how my brain works. I've been thinking the thing that I'm going to say for so long that by the time it actually leaves my mouth, it's already been paraphrased.
Yes.
And that's how, and then so by that time, I haven't had enough time to, like when you say it differently, I don't have that left. It's already been, that meat has been boiled down to the bone.
The bowl of oatmeal has been sitting out for 2 hours, and now when you try to like put a spoon in it, it come out as one hunk.
Yeah, and then
it's like instead of giving us the soup, you've given us the reduction of the soup.
Yeah.
So it's already, I feel you. Nah, I get that way too.
It's already been boiled down. So then that's why later on I can then assess and be like, okay, what was I trying to say?
Yeah.
All these nuances, all these different things then come back after I've said it. But like in the moment, I'm just about the thing.
Yeah,
I feel you.
And so basically, like I told him, basically, I was like, I've never really been like a huge like, Valentine's Day, I'm so excited, I can't wait. For me, it's just kind of like, let's just have a nice dinner and just like keep it very chill. Like we don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to get me like an extravagant gift. Like let's.
Do you like flowers?
I do like flowers, but I mean, it's not like you have to. The thing is, like, I know that for something like Valentine's Day, a lot of people set this holiday, quote unquote, up in their minds to be this like one day out of the year where you can do this extravagant declaration of love to a person that you love or whatever, or you want to declare your love to somebody or whatever. And so it's like you have to meet the boxes have to be ticked. You've got to have like the dinner reservations. You got to have the flowers. You got to do these grandiose gestures of affection. And it's like you don't really though. it's individual to the person. Like the person you're trying to like woo may not like flowers, may not want to go out to a dinner with like a bunch of random strangers, may not be into jewelry, may not like perfume or whatever. Like they may just want to take a pottery class
gotta know
or
their love language.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's like a real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there are like actual like love languages is the term they've created. But like, yeah, there are people who you got to figure out how they like to treat others and how they like to be treated. It's like different because some people might put getting gifts over top of everything, but some people might put
acts of service,
physical affection. You know what I mean? Like it's just all different depending on the person.
Words of affirmation. Like it really just it really depends on the person.
Like you ever heard that "Lost Without You" by Robin Thicke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
in the
people
middle of that song, like
Tell me that I'm sexy, baby.
cue the auto tune. You notice whenever I sing, he leaves it untouched.
Yeah.
But when he sings, big production behind it.
Yeah,
I was like, where's my auto tune?
fuck you, nigga. Nah, one of these days I'm gonna size the shit out of you. You'll be like,
Finally, I was like, God,
hey,
that's crazy.
so just keep in your head that you need to be singing us just a little bit more, and I'll hook you up.
Sing, boy. Dance a little more too while you're at it.
Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah.
But going back to Valentine's Day, some people just, like you said, people have different love languages. Some people just want to be the little spoon.
And I feel like you came to me with that question.
He's a little spoon.
He is a little spoon.
No, hey, look, don't little spoon shame.
No.
But you're a big dude though, like.
And she jetpacks it. What's up?
I've never heard that one before. Jetpack?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So
What's up, Mimi?
nothing.
No. What's up? No. Let's talk about it.
The visual is the visual. I can't right now. The visual. I can't. I don't even have the words for it right now, yo. It's just because I feel like you came to me with like asking me like what do I like on Valentine's Day with a very kind of specific.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Not at all.
Are you
No,
positive?
No, did not. I'm here because here's the thing, and here's in all honesty, I will answer this question in all honesty. I'm that dude. Well, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm that dude all during the year. I like getting in my romantic bag. I like
crazy.
No, there's nothing crazy about that.
It sounds crazy when I say I'm that dude.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm that dude all during the year, so I don't need a date in order to show somebody that I care about them.
And ideally, that's kind of how it should be anyway. The fact that in good old American capitalist form, we've commercialized, just a random
showing appreciation.
Yeah, and it's like, how do I make money off of this? And it's like
it'll create this weird tension with certain people too, where it's like
you didn't do anything for me for Valentine's Day.
Both of those things are true, right? Like one, you should be showing the person that you're with or that you're fond of that you are like throughout the year, just at random points. But also at the same time, like there is a day that's special. So like if she's into it or he's into it, then like why not just be game? You know what I'm saying?
If it's something that your person, like you may yourself not even be into it, but if your person is, then that in itself is kind of the guide. Like okay, they like Valentine's Day, so I'll do a thing for them on this day because that's what they dig. Yeah. For me, I don't care. And as a matter of fact, like my husband and I are celebrating Valentine's Day next Monday. We're gonna go to DC to the Van Gogh exhibition. And I'm like, but that's for Valentine's Day, but it's just like not on Valentine's Day, and it's still a special thing that we can do.
Is on a Monday.
Yeah,
it's weird.
In this, it's literally in the middle of the day on a Monday on President's Day. I completely forgot that next Monday is President's Day because it doesn't do anything for us at work. It doesn't mean anything for us at work.
So, I don't think you or anybody in your crew do this, but are you aware of the girls that like to do like the stuff where they compete on Valentine's Day? Like they like to show off the stuff that they get. Like
you mean like parade around like their jewelry or their whatever?
Well,
you mean
so like right now there's this big thing online where you spell out things with money.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? To show you have money.
Yeah, but people be doing
it's like
that,
the evolution of the money phone stuff.
Oh.
Or having a money counter like you work at a bank and just counting money for no reason.
I thought you meant like literally like spelling out like I love you and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
You
then
spelling out stuff, but pretty much to stunt on people.
yeah.
Okay,
But
okay.
then like on Valentine's Day, it gets kind of because none of these people are like in relationships. They're in situationships. So like, and they're with
Ooh.
situationships with other people. So
I
they'd
like
be
that
like,
phrase.
so like, oh yeah, girl, this is what he did for me, kind of thing. Versus, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's
So
just
it's basically just showing
compared to what he did for the
gratuitously
other
showing
girl.
off.
yeah. Like it's because you know it's nasty out here. I mean, you've been retired for a while. You've been retired for a while.
Like, we can see.
Yeah,
it's
you know
just-
what I'm saying? So it gets a little kind of nasty out there. So for me, I've always looked at it like that's not how I choose to go about my. So if I
That's
want to
just
get
gross.
something, if I want to get something for a girl, I will get it for a girl.
You're not about to just be like buying 4 bouquets and
No.
see which one likes the bouquet the best. and shit.
Because
Like-
if one person warrants something, then one person warrants something.
Was that
That's
why
how
you
I-
asked me if I like tulips or how I felt about
Yo,
tulips?
yo, what's up, man?
Was that supposed to be a secret?
Oh my God! See, yo,
And I told you, I
are-
was like, I prefer tea roses,
yeah,
honestly.
okay, man, yeah. That's exactly
guess,
why.
again, we ain't live, so
No, it's going to come out afterwards, but this is a prime example why you get left in the dark.
Was I supposed to keep that a secret?
This is exactly why you're not told information, because you bring it up like Magoo in the worst possible situation.
Was I not supposed
ever.
to talk about it?
I feel like the only way that situation is like actually as bad as you're thinking it's being by her saying that is if the flowers were for me, and I know that's not the case.
No,
it's
they're
shit,
not
whoever
bad.
it is
It's
ain't here, and this part is not going to make it into either audio or video.
And by
so-
the time it comes out, it's
It's
gonna
gonna be over.
past.
Yeah.
But it's just there was a whole time before we started recording that she could have run this stuff. It's
We
my
didn't
only-
talk about
It's my
Valentine's
only
Day.
point. That's all. That's the only reason. It's like while the mics are hiding, while the camera's recording. But no, yes, the tulips were. I was asking you about tulips because I thought roses were played, and so I got somebody tulips with a card. And I'm actually more proud about the card because I thought the card was pretty fly that I gave her.
Okay. I mean, I
That's
didn't.
it.
Okay.
No,
Because
that's okay.
I didn't realize that it was supposed to be like a covert like mission.
No,
type
that
thing.
thing's covert. It's just I was just asking you about something.
Yeah, I told you I like the structure of tulips, or I don't like the structure of the tulip, but I like the different color variations and things of tulips. They're pretty, but they're not my favorite.
Yeah. So
Shit. My
What
bad.
about you,
I
Wally?
stepped on a
What is-
landmine. My God.
no, you're good. You're straight.
Sorry. I'm
Well,
so
you,
sorry.
Wally, are you romantic in like that way? Like,
I've messed up my fair share of Valentine's days just between me not being all the way here or not being good with my money or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So like it gets to be a touchy subject sometimes. Our thing with Valentine's Day is like, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying? Because there's other stuff that we doing, that's really important that we've been doing together, one day out the year.
And I think that's the thing to keep in mind is like we've, as a society, we've kind of conditioned ourselves to think that Valentine's Day and what does or does not happen on Valentine's Day is like, it's kind of like the for New Year's Day. It's like, if I don't make a resolution today, the rest of the year is ruined. And it's like, if you don't do anything on Valentine's Day, or if you do something minuscule on Valentine's Day, that shouldn't be the thing that your relationship like hinders on.
Yeah.
Like if your relationship, the standard of your relationship is hinging on what does or does not happen on Valentine's Day, you need to reevaluate your relationships.
yeah.
Like, but even more important than Valentine's Day tomorrow, Super Bowl today.
Oh yeah, forgot.
you know what's so funny is, and maybe this is just the privileged or not thereof of my team made it to the Super Bowl a couple of years back, the Falcons, and we were up 28-3 halftime, and we ended up losing in overtime to Thomas Brady, and
That was a wild game.
yeah, that was
my God.
unfortunate.
That was a wild game.
And here's the thing: after that, there's no more. Like, I don't know if anybody else gets this one. There's no more stakes involved, right?
Yeah.
So if it's two teams I don't really care about, then I'm like, all right, I guess I'll catch the game. And then the commercials have been progressively getting worse.
Oh, they're so bad.
Or they've gotten more to where they're not trying to be big product. They're just trying to sell. Like before, I thought like, okay, the commercials would be like cool and like inventive.
Like in the 90s. Like in the 90s.
Trying that. They're still trying it. It's just that like we're at a point where it's been a thing to make like these really big like catch your eye commercials for the Super Bowl. Always, but like it's ramped up in the last like few decades, like 20, 30 years, you know what I mean? And now we're just at the point where people are still trying hard as they were 30 years ago, and it just probably comes off wrong sometimes.
The law of diminishing
You know what I mean?
returns.
Like this is one of those things that's just been happening consistently every single year the same way. So of course, like the quality's gonna seem like it drops off after a while.
Yeah, because like back in the day, it was like Dana Patrick and the GoDaddy commercials and stuff like that.
That's the other thing. Back then, ad spots cost a lot back then, but even now, like it's
It's
like
crazy.
increased so much, and now there's less of a point of making a good commercial than there is like getting your money's worth for that spot you paid for. So it may just be focus group to death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the point you just made, where it's not about the artistic side about it.
A lot of times they get away from that when the money gets involved.
Because you're trying to make the maximum impact for the company, not what's going to entertain the masses at home.
I need what is going to make people watch the rest of this commercial and also go from that commercial to my website or whatever it is to like look up more information, buy a product, whatever kind of metric they try and measure. Not necessarily, like the Budweiser commercial with those real like sob stories in them with the animals and stuff.
Oh, with the
like
Clydesdale horses.
and the dogs and all that, those type of joints. Like that's I think feel like that's an example of like, fully going for the artistry and like, in a way that the getting your money's worth, your return is going to be worth it.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, I think it's more geared towards the return. Like
I wonder if that's because I always thought that the more someone talked about your product, like, oh yeah, that such and such commercial from the Super Bowl was really great, but maybe it was getting associated with the Super Bowl. Maybe like you said, where as far as the impact on the product wasn't justifying the discussion about the commercial.
right.
And I think that's a key thing because they always say like, okay, somebody has this many Instagram followers or this many this.
Yeah.
They'll always tell you a fraction of those will actually go and do the thing if you're promoting a product.
When people measure engagement metrics, like, like just take my job, for instance. When I measure the performance of like the articles that I write or that our freelancers write that I edit and go out there, we measure those metrics. The percentages we're looking for people to like actually click on and swipe through stuff is like, if you don't look at data, it looks insanely low. The number would be like, 1 to 3%. And depending on what you're talking about, 3% is like insanely high. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That means they're only expecting 3% of people to actually interact with this ad when they see it. And that's considered a really, really good thing.
I can understand if you're buying ads for a Super Bowl.
But I also
You
wonder,
need like your return
on
above
investment
else to be as high as it can be.
Because if 100 million people are watching it, then you can clean up as far as getting a return on your investment if you have the right ad. And like you said, if you focus group it to death where you're going to, and if that's what it's going to be
like
about.
Effective may not be the same thing as good artistically.
Yes.
Right.
They can go hand in hand, but sometimes that's not the case.
but I'm also wondering too, and I'm sure somebody somewhere has done a study on this, like where they've done a correlation between the influence of TV versus internet, like in the masses, like in the 90s and stuff. That was kind of like, in my mind, the heyday of the Super Bowl commercial. Like it seemed like every year they were these wildly successful, funny, entertaining, well-crafted commercials. And then it just seems like as the years have progressed, they have either gotten kind of redundant
Like
or they've
really
gotten
crazy.
just really crazy or just outright really just stupid. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with back in the day, the internet wasn't as prevalent with like advertising and reaching the masses. And as
100%.
that's become more prevalent, if the focus has gone from we have to make the TV commercial, rather than let's just saturate the internet with our product. And eventually just by casting our net out far and wide, we'll make our money.
So, like the kind of little banner ads and full screen ads you see on your phone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Our company deals in that kind of stuff real heavy, right? So, like nowadays, it's basically for a lot of companies, I think it's just a new revenue stream. It's not like a comparison. It's understood that our budget needs to cover TV and mobile or internet or whatever separately. You know what I'm saying? We need to do both. It's not a one or the other thing.
Oh, okay.
And basically, I guess the amount of money they're spending is basically based on the more expensive spot, which would be the TV one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you make sure you got the money for that, and then you figure out what you can get together for like your mobile or internet or whatever, and do it that way. So it's like it's fully expected that you have to do both.
Right. Right.
Wally, help me out with this one. If I'm in the right ballpark. If I can watch the Super Bowl ad 100 times and I don't necessarily need to be watching there, then it loses its value within, its marketing or whatnot. So then how elaborate do you need to make it if someone, because that's what was the appeal. You're not going to see this again in its full entirety. It's going to be cut down later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's something different now, definitely, because it's not like I'm waiting for these Super Bowl commercials. It's like almost beforehand, which one of the commercials coming out on Super Bowl day is going to be the best, and that's how like they frame it. So like I was saying earlier, it seems like a lot of these companies are trying to get like really crazy with their ideas or like focus group the stuff to death to make sure that at the very least the numbers, like what they're doing, is going to be supported by the numbers and some kind of projection based on some kind of data that was there or whatever. You know what I mean?
But then you don't, I guess, and to close out the subject, and not even about Super Bowl, but when they do this with shows, they focus group it to death to figure out whether a show's going to be good or not. You lose a bit of the artistic edge.
Oh, yeah. And remember, like a little while ago, I was saying like the intersection between business and art is just like so terrible. Like they just do not go together when you really think about it. Like that's like that happens a lot, like all the time, and like that's what that is. As soon as you like, because all art is an expression based on someone's experiences, right? That's all any kind of art is. Whatever is going on in here comes out on some kind of media, whether it's a microphone or a canvas or a fucking chalkboard, whatever, right?
Yep.
So like, damn it.
Business and
Yeah. So as soon as somebody starts, puts their hand in and is trying to change your expression based on something that has nothing to do with the art, you're going to have problems. You know what I mean? And like it sucks because that's almost the expected way that like shit goes when it comes to artists who like make a large living doing so, like musicians and film directors and stuff like that.
what's going to make me the most money?
Yeah, it's expected that you're going to have to deal with that because like at the end of the day, you need all this money to get all this that you're trying to do done. As a director, you're not just like a guy with all of this film equipment and stuff to just go make films with and sell it to somebody. Like
very few people, if any, have that kind of power.
Yeah.
I gotta ask y'all again: has anybody watched Peacemaker yet?
I'm going to watch it today.
Yo,
and I thought yesterday I was like, I should watch, because I remember you were asking about it. I was like, I should watch an episode.
Like especially if you were the kind of person that like, even after seeing the second Suicide Squad movie, you were like, I've always held the position that John Cena seems like a giant ass bag.
Yes.
He seems like a giant fucking douche, right?
Yes.
Watch Peacemaker. He did an amazing job with the character. like that good.
Am I still gonna hate him?
He kind of reminds me of like a super buff Marky Mark. Feel the abrasion.
Yeah, like for real.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's a good comparison to make.
The aesthetic
I really like that show just for a lot of reasons, but for the single fact that like he will win you over.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Episodes. Yeah,
oh man, now I have to watch it.
It's a good show.
Damn.
And it's and it's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, it's funny.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have what's our word?
All right.
Do you have what's our word?
I have a word. It's a good word this week. I impressed myself with this word.
Okay.
So, the word of the week is ebullience.
Ebullience.
Yep. EBULLIENCE. Ebullience.
So does it have anything to do with anything floating?
Metaphorically speaking, yeah, actually it does.
And like something floating, something in
And something sitting in suspense somehow. What was the first part of the word again?
ebullience.
Ebullience. EBULLIENCE. Ebullience.
Like, it's like a state of being for like a person. Like it could be applied to like the way a person is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a state of being suspended in like
Confusion?
like bullishness, like bullheadedness, straight aheadness, like I'm gonna do what the fuck I'm gonna do this?
No, but
No?
between the two of you, you guys are like so, you're like in the same vein. Like you guys are so close with like a state of being, a state of you guys are, I'm actually really, you guys are picking this apart, and I'm really excited to see if one of you actually like gets it.
Nah, I don't got it.
Ebullience.
Ebullience.
Does that have to do with something visual?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're technically watching a person experience this, then yes, it could be that, but it's
Nah.
not
this is
specifically a visual thing.
Like a state of ebullience. It's not anger.
Mm-mm.
What
No.
is it? What Mimi?
Hold on, the gears are still grinding with this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah, I don't got it.
It is a state of exuberance or high spirits.
High spirits. I had it the other way around.
But I was
Okay.
like, oh man, he's gonna get it this
Yeah,
time. He's
it's
gonna
just the
get it.
opposite.
He's so close. So yes, ebullience is a state of exuberance or high spirits.
Like last year when I found out how much my bonus was gonna be.
Yeah, or whoever's gonna win the Super Bowl today.
I don't give a shit about that.
Well, I mean, I don't either. It's not. None of my teams are in it.
Yeah,
So
not the commies.
not the what?
The Washington commies.
The commies. The commanders. The nicknames are the commies.
It don't help that their uniforms is like still like red,
It's gonna still. They're sticking with the burgundy and gold.
Yeah.
Just Daniel Snyder. Don't ever change. Be who you are always.
Yeah, yo.
Just
Let
be
us
that.
see
Be it somewhere. Be yourself somewhere else.
I
Sell the
just-
team.
That too.
But,
Sell the team,
that's
please.
That's
Yes,
amazing. You have millions of dollars worth of people to get in the room, and you come up with the commanders, and then you don't think the nickname's going to be the commies.
Yeah, yo, like come on.
For the older I get, the more I understand life, and the more I understand life and how things work, it makes me less forgiving of mistakes that companies make because there are too many people involved.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
Because I can forgive people, even people that you guys don't think I should be able to forgive. But companies, I have zero tolerance for because I know there are many minds at play here. And for you to land on the commanders and not think of the nickname being the commies is just...
Or the commodes or something.
The commodes.
It's coming. It's a matter of
Or
time.
the commando and shit. Like
Yeah, the commandos and people walk. Yeah, I mean,
they're getting caught with their pants down every game this season. Going commando.
I mean, I guess
Commandos have been stripped naked today.
guess their season's in the toilet this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's better than admirals or sentinels or the politicians or whatever else they could have come up with.
Sentinels was like already a team in DC that was synonymous with being some shit.
Yeah, so I
I think
don't
it was
know.
a baseball team.
Yeah, at one point, no, weren't they the
Sentinels?
The Senators?
Oh, the Senators.
They
Yeah,
used
that
to be
was
the Senators.
Yeah, the Senators. That's what it was.
But yeah, whatever. I'm just
Never change, Dan.
I
Love
give
you.
up. I'm just
So good.
I can't. I have no other team to go to, so I'm just gonna sit and suffer.
The foundation and by foundation I mean bottom always of the NFC East, the Washington Commies.
Commando.
Commanders.
All right, you guys have a great Valentine's Day. Have a great Super Bowl.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna save
have
you
a
right
great
quick
week.
though.
What's up?
It's Valentines with an N. See y'all later.
He saved me.